Hello and welcome back to Walk On Roll presents Dungeons and Detention. Oh my god, that intro video, isn't that amazing? Every time, I just can't get over it. My name is Kevin Allen. I will be your host and headmaster for this evening's session. I'm joined by you in the chat, both on Twitch and YouTube. I've got eyes and ears on everyone, and I thank you all for being here. If you are here, I love you, and I want you to know that. I'm also joined by Justin Zagri, who feels the exact same way. He is also keeping an eye on both chats on YouTube and Twitch. We're keeping an eye on everything you guys are saying, what you're bringing to the conversation, all of the homeroom points you're earning. We'll get to all that. But first, let me introduce to the people I love the most, my players, the Broad Strokes 4. We'll come up with a better name later.
Yes, I want a superpower.
Thank you, thank you. And just so we're all clear, I am, of course, talking about Katie Katulik, Garrett Schwackhauser, Liana Manassian, and Zachary Jaworski. Hi, friends!
Hi, friend. I'm
Hello.
excited. You left us in a basement last time.
Oh, yes, I did. And I too am excited.
Oh, sorry, it wasn't a basement, it was a sewer. This is a great game.
We don't know specifically, right? We just know it's stinky.
Did you read my notes? Okay, guys, don't get ahead of me. We've still got a lot to talk over. Including everything last week. I'm so pumped for tonight's session, I can barely speak. I'm doing a terrible job hosting, but I don't care because I'm in full DM mode. But we do have a lot of things we got to go over, specifically me as a host. Wow, I can't pronounce words anymore. First of all, hi Carolina, hi Kasara, hi Amber, hi Rose, hi everybody who's in the chat. Again, thank you all for being here. I'm so glad you are hyped and throwing around colorful animals. This is great. Let's just jump right into the morning announcements, shall we? Last week, we finished our first formal charms class, learning to cast sparks in bright sunlight and colorful beams of everything. And as a result, here now, you are all able to spend the mana you accumulate watching and chatting with us. You know, push that little fireball button below the chat window, and you can cast colorful sparks of your own right here on our student announcement board.
Oh, your sparks look a lot like fingers, Kevin.
I've got other sparks ready, as you well know. So I'm just saving those for the game. Speaking of JJ, after we got to catch up with JJ to see how he was doing after being ushered away to the nurse by his familiar and an unfamiliar member of the staff, you all headed to your first class about non-magical culture and learned a great deal about the somewhat magical origins of cinema and the founding of Old Hollywood. And for that, you have all unlocked a new special effect for our show, that which Magical Aid was never quite able to crack: the supreme triumph of glorious sound. Justin will be adding audio and music to our show for your entertainment pleasure. So unfortunately, players, you guys will not be able to experience this. This is just for our audience.
Does he have a library of sounds?
Yes.
Oh, I'm
Yes,
going to
he
get
does.
very specific with how I walk. Oh, cat time.
Link, it's not time to check into familiars yet. Go. Go. I'm already doing a bad enough job hosting. I don't need you helping me. All right. So yeah, you guys won't get to enjoy the sound of your own footsteps. I'm sorry. But because you did listen to me talk at length about Hollywood history, you four did earn marks toward your skill checks, with Anahit and Paris even earning brand new +1s for their brain checks. Yeah. So congrats to you all. Just I wanted to remind you that you're now a little smarter than the boys. So
Wow.
Yeah, that
She
must be so new for them.
And the two of you also earned a great deal of points for your respective homerooms for your participation in class. Anahi, you never gave up in charms. You took notes and you asked lots of questions in social studies. Paris had outstanding first attempts with your spells and charms, and you even contributed to the lesson about Hollywood history with even more honest to goodness, real life Hollywood trivia. And that was amazing, and I love you for it. So if you can believe it, both Ruby and Amethyst are now tied in points. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's nobody really took a good look at the banners when they were in the Grand Cafetorium to see what the actual standing is, because it did change dramatically in their race to the top between lunch and dinner. And that is in large part due to Alex and JJ using what they learned in Charms class to completely disrupt social studies class by casting colored spark sabers and dueling.
And I do it again.
I'd do it again in a heartbeat. Are you kidding me?
And I welcome it. So for that, gentlemen, and not paying attention to the actual lecture, you each lost 13 points for Amber and Sapphire. So to everyone,
sorry, Amber Crew.
Sorry, I was just following Alex's lead, and that maybe is JJ's downfall.
I'll do better by you.
I just like to remind that so far I think everyone has been following Alex's lead, and that's what brought you here tonight. But again, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. One last thing regarding homeroom points. I just want to let you guys know that just so nobody feels like they have a leg up on winning the Haven Hearth honorary showpiece, I've decided to take all the points you've lost and award them to the Emerald homeroom because they are severely underrepresented. So far, their only member is Justin Zagri, our director running the show behind the scenes.
So, what are the odds that he wins at the end? I see what
this is rigged.
I know what's going on.
You just have to stop losing us points.
Look,
it's my fault for my
Not only is Justin running the show, but he has managed to be very vocal in class. Some might say too vocal. And I don't know, maybe he'll start losing points too. We'll see.
Wow. Kevin giveth, Kevin taketh away.
I am the headmaster. So everybody in the chat, if you have not already done this, I should be talking to you, not the chat, to you. If you have not already done this, please introduce yourself and tell us your Haven Hearth homeroom. Tell us if you're joining Paris and the Dreamers in Ruby, if you're joining Alex and the Believers in Amber, if you're with Justin and the Leaders in Emerald, JJ and the Thinkers in Sapphire, or Anahit and the Doers of Amethyst. I promise you I am keeping track of everything, all of this as I review our episodes each week, and I tally every action, outburst, and vote made by the students of Haven Hearth. But I don't keep that file on me. Rose, I believe you're in Ruby, but don't quote me on it. Trust me, whatever you do tonight, the points will be tallied and distributed accordingly. Now, for the final announcement regarding actions, outbursts, and voting, for correctly naming the story about a young boy who leaves his unhappy home to learn mystic powers and defeat the ominously self-named Dark Lord with whom he shares a special bond, as 1977's Star Wars, and initiating the almost prophetic reenactment of the professor's favorite moment of that movie, Alex Needler has been awarded inspiration for tonight's session.
Hell yeah.
Congratulations, Alex. Despite being the most disruptive student that he could possibly be, he, along with Anahi Crowley, will have the opportunity to completely re-roll any spell check they like. But now that each one of you has had a taste of inspiration, it will not carry over onto another session anymore. You must use it or lose it.
You are getting so vicious.
I would like to use my inspiration.
Zach, you can't re-roll before the game starts.
Yeah, you got to roll before you can re-roll.
Yeah.
So, with that in mind, I really don't think this is going to be a problem of you not using it tonight because, like the sun at the end of a very long first day of classes has disappeared from the view of every one of your peers, so do you as you begin your descent into darkness.
Ooh, lighting effects.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
like, should I turn my light off too?
Oh
you are
yeah.
welcome to, and really soak it in because
It was
the
so hard
party
to
of
get
the
my
four
room
of you
lit.
is huddled into a small piece of flooring with a staircase immediately
Can't even
before
see
you.
me.
And past that, as far as you can tell, pitch. You only recognize that there is a staircase there because of the flickering glow of a small fire beneath it, casting light through the slats of wood that cascade downward.
Whoa, whoa,
Far
whoa, whoa.
off to your right, you can see an even fainter orange flicker struggling in a void of darkness. Now, some of you do have the ability to inquire about greater details, but I'm not saying you should. But I think this is where I'm just going to leave you to it for a moment.
Let me
Correct
see.
me if I'm wrong. One intrepid adventurer should have a AA powered flashlight that we discussed last time.
You
That's
do.
true.
And I last remember that you had lit it.
Yes.
And also, I did a daylight spell poorly. So I
That's
also
true.
have low light emanating from my wand.
Yes, you are casting a dusky orange beam of light.
Doing a magic hour spell.
Yeah, basically. Mm-hmm.
Great.
Yeah,
love
you're
that.
casting Magic Hour, and Alex is casting non-magical Ingenuity.
Mhm.
Are our familiars with us or not? Let's see. Is that an R decision?
I kind of leave the familiars up to you all. Last I recall, Luna is upstairs sleeping. Diamond is in her handbag as always, so yes. And JJ, you've just never really been able to get rid of your orangutan. So
That's true. So I think he's. So I think okay. So we're on the stairs.
And that door closed behind us. I remember that was like
Yes.
the last thing,
Oh,
right?
it was
I mean,
a
it's
big.
still there, but
Yeah.
it's also very, very dark. You could cast a light on it.
I turn
If
around
you
and look
do-
at the closed door.
You will see what you saw before on the outside, which is not much. Just a blank wall. I suppose you could go through the entire ritual of turning around, backing up into it, and feeling around hoping to find a door handle.
Oh, thank you.
So I'm still probably at the top of the staircase by the door because I was like
Audie,
the last
did
one.
you prop it open? Would you closed it? Did you put like a piece of like cloth or something?
No, it just closed.
Okay, that's fine. This is fine. I turn and look at Alex.
That's right, it's fine. And he's like has his like flashlight right under his chin. We're gonna
Ah!
have an adventure.
A really smelly one though.
Yeah, you're right.
Paris, do you have any like perfume or something? I don't know. This is
Oh, I
pretty
got a ton of
overpowering.
perfume. Do you want like the latest perfume, or maybe for this one I should just use last season's perfume because like nobody really cares. But if you know,
I didn't know perfume had season. Just anything to mask the smell would be great.
sure. I don't think I need to roll for that. I just have it in my little baggie here with diamonds. So
Okay, what does it smell like? What's the smell this last season?
well, if we're gonna cover it up, we'll probably have to do a floral scent to get rid of the smell. You don't want to put like vanilla on top of it. So, this is a new class. What time of the year is this?
It's still
Specifics.
August 11th, 1998.
August. Okay,
Oh, I'm sorry. No, it's August 10th. We're still on your first day of classes.
that's cool. Okay.
There we are.
Yeah. So let's go with some plumeria. You know, Bath and Body Works style, 1998. I mean, I could add some of the cucumber melon if you really want to freshen it up a little.
JJ's just like. Oh, God.
Smells like the mall.
Hey.
Wait, what did you say?
My mom.
Oh, I said the mall.
Alex, your mom smells like a mall. That's good to know. Oh man, we didn't have malls
Okay,
like
well,
this.
did you guys want this smell or that smell we were just smelling? So
No, this is
bakers
better.
can't be choosers. Thank
no,
you.
I like my mom. This is fine.
It's an improvement.
Okay,
Great.
so should we? I kind of look down at this. Okay, so Alex is gonna try and train his light at the bottom of the stairs to pierce some of the pitch blackness of where they're headed.
That's apparently what I'm doing.
That's what.
JJ just takes your hand and like points the flashlight down.
I whispered all of that into Alex's ear. You should point your flashlight down the staircase where we're headed.
Okay, cool. Thanks, map guy.
All right.
And I do that.
So you've
I'm
only
planning,
shown
guy.
the light directly behind you and directly in front of you. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, descending the staircase, you can see the full wooden steps in glorious light, leading to a trail of dirt, so to speak.
A trail of dirt?
Wow, it's super cavernous in here. Cavernous. There's like
It's
no.
not
walls.
cavernous, however.
Oh.
It's the floor is dirt, is from what you can tell from this distance. But you're pointing at the corner of a wall that opens up to a frightfully dark, curved path of more stone walls, dirt, and a little debris.
So like how much space do we have like between our arms length? Like can we touch both walls on each side of us?
You are absolutely touching the wall to your left. Your right is swatting at the air. Before you, the staircase, I'd say about 4 feet wide, and it seems to be kind of what the doorway to that curved path is about.
So we're not in like a hallway. Okay. JJ is gonna take his light and kind of play it around the room. Because I thought we were in like a hallway facing down a staircase, like a narrow hallway. But if we can't touch the wall to our right, I'm gonna like flash the light over there and see what I can see.
Yeah.
Again, off in the distance there was another flickering light. So basically before you are just more wooden planks. Then about 15 feet away is another wall, just like the one to your left, and another vacant void.
Oh no, Alex.
Yeah?
What if we can't get out of here? I pull out my class schedule and I flip it over to the map on the back and I shine my light at the map on the back of the class schedule.
Your class schedule, it basically thinks, because you haven't taken a whole lot of steps from where you came in the hallway. So it's got you in the hallway between the library and the bathrooms.
I try to.
Basically the bathrooms, if you want a little clarity.
I take 3 steps forwards towards the staircase, watching my class schedule to see if it changes.
So we are going underneath where people go to the bathroom.
Well, that's
We're
not
going to the
necessarily
plumbing. Are we about to
true.
go into some plumbing? Is that what's happening?
No, this is an adventure, Paris. Remember, Alex said we're on an adventure, and it just smells bad because. Alex, are we in the toilet?
It smells better now. Let's just keep moving forward. Let's go towards that light. Who knows?
We'll let you all know that you do hear, pipes. You don't smell what I think you're all thinking of. What you smell is more just stale air.
Adventure.
Stale air.
You don't. Yeah, a little bit of rot, maybe some mildew, but not that rank. You
Honestly,
know?
it smells like an attic.
You're not smelling Duke. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
You are not in the sewers. The ground before you is dirt. It is dry dirt.
Oh, so we're like under the castle. Okay.
Alex, have you been down here before?
No, I wasn't able to get in. I couldn't. No.
How did you know to look here?
I found the door. I just didn't want to go in alone because, this is an us thing.
Okay. Did someone tell you about the door, or did you just stumble upon this place?
I spent the first 6 hours of the weekend touching all the walls very carefully to look for something just like this. Or at least
Yeah.
something. Well, this.
That's what you did for the first part of the weekend?
Yeah, what did you do?
I read a book?
Sorry. I just have to share this with Alex because this is in my mind, this is a character thing. Because you don't know this, but I do. I know the map of the school a little bit. You're basically on the hallway, the wide hallway that leads to all of the homerooms. Amber being the second one in a line, and you've now gone past the very last one. And then some. Like, you've gone down the entire hallway, just touching the walls. I love it.
Yeah. And I
To the
found
very,
something.
very end.
You're a sad, strange little boy.
I'm pretty happy.
Yeah. Okay, let's continue towards this light. What do you think, group?
Yeah, let's go. If we're not going to go back up, we might as well go down.
Okay.
We can only go down from here. Let's do this.
All right. Alex. I'm sorry. JJ, I just really like your name. JJ keeps his wand out in front and sort of puts his hand on Alex's shoulder and just sort of like train. Actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna walk behind Alex and I'm gonna keep my wand on the map to see if it changes them
Cool. I'll have a
as we
wand
walk
out
towards.
and I don't know how objects work. Flashlight, wand. There we go. For what it's worth.
I'm following JJ and Alex, and I think Anahi is right behind me. Right, Anahi, you're still in the back.
I'm bringing up the rear. Just
Perfect.
being at school.
Nice.
As we walk forward, I turn to Paris and Anahit and I go, sorry, I'm still wearing my scuba shoes. I know it sounds super weird when I walk, but I just didn't have time to change out of them.
Wait, your which shoes?
Oh, my scuba diving flippers. So every time I walk, it's the sound of a scuba diving flipper. I just wear that when I walk around. They're kind of my leisure.
Monster.
So weird. None of us like mentioned that before.
Yeah.
I only knew about it after today. I've remembered. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry, Justin. I have regular, normal people's shoes on.
He doesn't. The sound stuff isn't doing anything right now.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just prepping you.
It's probably for the best.
Okay. So you descend the staircase. As you get closer to the bottom and move forward, you get closer. JJ, if you look in your map, your avatar dissolves into what would be the bathrooms, and you are now off the map. There is a sporadic sound of rushing water echoing through the area. You've all figured out what that is. And as you move in what you can only assume is a forward direction, the sound does lessen a bit as you are not up against the ceiling, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
But the rank stench of stale air and rot is replaced with dirt and thudding steps above you. So it's a little better.
That's like being trapped underground. It's a good thing I'm not claustrophobic.
Does anyone have a shovel?
No.
Just
No?
in case.
Okay. How many steps are above us? Is it like a grip of people, or is it like 1 to 2 people walking around?
It's people coming and going.
Is it like the main hall letting out from the cafetorium, or is it?
No, it is not a stampede of students. It's kids like coming out of. I know there's no surprises anymore. You're
Bathroom.
below one of the bathrooms.
Yeah.
Oh, come
They're using the
on.
bathroom.
They're kind of
They're using the
coming and
bathroom.
going at the end of dinner before they head upstairs, and they've all got toilets and stuff up there. So it's it's going to be dying down as the night goes on, so to
Is
speak.
the
It's not
ceiling
a
stone?
coffinist or anything.
It was a good dinner, but not. Yeah, it was a good dinner, so it's not filled with people. The stone, is it ceiling? This ceiling, is it stone? That's the sentence I wanted.
Words are hard today.
Yeah, the entire place that you've been at, this has been stone. It has been large stone bricks. But from this other angle, it feels a little more porous, that there are more slats between the stones. It almost seems like it's a wooden floor. It's odd that you never noticed striations or cracks in the floor before you, or if they did, they would be, hairline fractures. But from down here, they all seem a little bit bigger. There's very little light coming through, but there's still light coming through these giant, what you saw it to be before, and if you even raise your flashlight up to look at, giant pieces of limestone slabs,
You said there was debris as well, Alec. Sorry again. JJ is going to go up to the pieces of debris and just grab Alex with him. Everything I do today, you do it with me.
All right.
And we look at this debris. Was the castle built on top of this, or was this here first? And I look at the debris.
I don't know anything about this castle. One of you know?
When was this castle built? Does anybody know?
No, but it definitely looks like it was built on top of something that we're now inside of. Maybe.
Limestone? Isn't that like tombs?
Maybe it's
What?
indeed burial ground.
Oh, don't say that. Did you ever see the movie Poltergeist?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm not a huge horror movie fan.
Okay, well you saw it sounds like.
Yeah, I didn't see any others, did I? Mention any other horror movies I've seen?
Okay.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine, I'm not scared. It's just very dark. What is this
Right.
debris? What?
It's all right. We got lights, and it's probably not haunted.
Should we
Say that?
should we follow the path? It looks like there's a path here
Yeah.
with the dirt and everything.
No, I think we should. I just want to know what this debris is. If it's like a body, I'm out of
It's
here.
not a body. It's just tissue and bits of paper and.
Oh, God. No, it's a poop pile. I leave.
It's not a poop pile. I promise I would never make anyone walk through poop.
Oh,
Not in my castle.
okay.
Not how I play this
JJ
game.
bends down to check it out and sees like the pile of tissues and immediately stands back up and is like, you know what? You're right, honey.
It's not piles of tissue. It's bits of tissue. It's just a littering of old paper.
I aim my flashlight straight up to see if there's like things are falling
Ooh.
from above.
Ooh.
Things are falling from above.
If I can tell like the bits of paper when I like fell through the ceiling or something.
Sure. Yeah, a piece. You catch a piece of tissue.
Okay.
Just a